It's 3 p.m. and time for the Daily Community Briefing. Team coverage of the latest local news important to you. Now let's head to the Wallingford Broadcasting Studios for the Daily Community Briefing.
Good afternoon and welcome into your Daily Community Briefing here live on 100.7 The Coyote and WBON TV Channel 9. Michael Watkins here with you on this Wednesday edition. We appreciate you being with us here, folks, on the Daily Community Briefing. We're brought to you today by Bishop Small Engine Repair. Get your power equipment ready for spring at Bishop Small Engine Repair. Let Bishop's service your mower, located on North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We're also brought to you by Affordable Heating and Air Conditioning. For all your heating and air needs, call Brian with Affordable Heating and Air Conditioning at 859-779-0122. And Mountain Adventures. Get everything you need for your next family meal at Mountain Adventures. They've got all the fruits, vegetables, and locally produced meats, and they are located at 70 River Drive in Irvin. In our lead story today, some good news. Enjoy today's short reprieve of bad weather as the National Weather Service says Storm 3 is expected to move in this evening. They have issued another winter storm watch, which is expected to bring freezing rain, sleet, and snow from 7 p.m. this evening till early tomorrow morning. We've also got some cool footage for you from out in Estill County. This was Highway 52 in Ravenna going up the Tipton Ridge Mountain. We appreciate all the folks that have been sending us video footage. We appreciate all the people out there putting salt on the roads, the road crews working to make sure that the roads are safe to drive on, and all the folks that have been working to fix the power outages as well. Without you, we couldn't have safe roads to drive on, electricity at home to keep our families warm. So we appreciate all the hard work that those folks are doing as well. Kentucky State Police is currently investigating a death that occurred in Laurel County. According to police, on Tuesday, February 16th, shortly after 12 p.m., Kentucky State Police Post 11 in London responded to assist local emergency services on a carbon monoxide poisoning call at a residence on Spring Cut Road in southern Laurel County. The initial investigation revealed the home was without power due to the winter weather, and the occupants of the residence had been using a fuel-operated generator to help operate a basement sump pump. The victim, 61-year-old Darlene G. Skinner of Corbin, was transported by Laurel County EMS to Baptist Health in Corbin, where she was subsequently pronounced deceased by the emergency room doctor. Her husband, Tony Ragland, and their grandchild were taken to the University of Kentucky Medical Center. They both have been treated and released. No foul play is suspected in this investigation. We will also delve more into the dangers of using generators later in the program with an interview with the Estill County EMA. As more Kentucky homes are losing power due to the ongoing winter storm, emergency management agencies across central and eastern Kentucky are setting up warming stations, public buildings that are temporarily serving as shelters for residents who are without power and cannot heat their homes. According to the Laurel County Emergency Management Center, a warming station has been established at the West London Baptist Church. The church is located at 360 Parker Road near the St. Joseph's London Hospital and was opened as a warming station at 4 p.m. yesterday. In Rockcastle County, emergency officials are reporting that the Rockcastle County Middle School is also serving as a warming station for those who have lost power to their homes. If individuals have a high temperature upon checking in, they will be able to stay in an isolation room. Jackson Countyans can go to Tyner Elementary School, and Owsley County citizens can travel to the Owsley County Recreation Center for respective warming stations. On Tuesday, Governor Andy Beshear updated Kentuckians on the winter storm that has impacted communities across the Commonwealth. The Kentucky Emergency Operations Center remains at Level 3 operation status. The Kentucky National Guard is assisting emergency efforts by providing debris removal teams to help the Kentucky Division of Forestry clear trees, supporting local officials with transport of citizens to warming centers and shelters, and providing crews to transport medical staff. Kentuckians are doing what we do best, taking care of each other. Under the continuing state of emergency, we have leveraged assistance from our state agencies in providing response and recovery assets and equipment to assist our many east and southeastern counties heavily impacted by the recent power outage. That's coming from Kentucky Division of Emergency Management Director Michael Dossett. At the height of the outage, 154,400 homes were without power. Restoration efforts will be ongoing into the coming week. Director Dossett told Kentuckians to be aware that outage numbers rise and fall based on the deactivation of large circuits to repair smaller areas in the outage. 32 counties and 22 cities in the state have declared states of emergency. 11 warming centers are open in the Commonwealth, with another 18 on standby. 5 shelters are open with 1 on standby. Director Dossett said a third winter storm in 8 days is expected Wednesday evening into Friday morning. Single-digit temperatures are expected. Snow, sleet, freezing rain, and cold rain will all be possible across the region. With the third round of winter storm weather set to roll in tonight and many across the area still without power, there are still many things to keep in mind to stock up and stay safe before the storm hits around 7 p.m. tonight. To get the more rural perspective and to see how local EMA officials are working together, WBON-TV spoke to Melissa Jesse with Estill County EMA. With that story, we turn to WBON-TV's Ron Likens.
Melissa, with the ice storm coming in, how's the Estill County EMA getting prepared?
Right now, we are just starting to do messaging to the residents of the county, to prepare today for what could lie ahead over the next couple of days. And as we know, being in rural Kentucky, when you get the ice storms, the trees come down and the power goes out. So especially if you live in rural areas, we ask that you prepare today for alternative heating sources. Make sure you have plenty of food, water, and medications on hand. Power could be out for extended period of time because when trees come down, it makes it harder to get power restored.
You just brought up something that a lot of people often overlook. Prescriptions, if they are on them, it's important for them to go on and get them filled now.
If you're at a point where you just have a couple of days left, get those filled now. Don't wait until you're out.
So now, if the power goes out, what are some of the steps you can take to stay warm but stay safe?
A lot of people in this area have their own generators, but make sure you do not bring those in the house, that they stay outside, and don't have them close to a window that's open, because even if they're outside and you have them next to a cracked window, the carbon monoxide from that can still make its way into your house.
Now, what about kerosene heaters?
A lot of people use those too. If you have no other option, they are a good option, but just make sure you're using them safely. Keep them away from anything flammable. Do not leave them unattended.
With the Estill EMA, how many other areas are you coordinating with? Are you coordinating with Lee and Powell and keeping an eye on what's going on around you as well as Estill County?
We're always in touch with each other. Most of the time it's after or during the event. Our biggest thing when stuff like that happens is coordinating, usually getting nurses to the hospital and the nursing home and stuff that travel. We do a lot of coordination with the surrounding counties to get our essential personnel where they need to go.
Thanks, Ron. We appreciate that story. And to all the EMA officials that are working during this winter storm, thanks for all your efforts as well. It's now time for our first commercial break on our newscast today. Thanks for being with us here, folks, on this Wednesday. Days can run together when you're stuck in a winter storm, but today is Wednesday, and we appreciate you being with us. We'll be right back on your daily community briefing. We're live on 100.7 The Coyote and WBON TV Channel 9.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
Mountain Adventures is a new, unique store open in Irvin. They have both fruits and vegetables from local farmers and from farmers around the state. Stop in and see their huge selection of bananas, oranges, watermelons, plus potatoes, corn, green beans, and so much more. Mountain Adventures has also teamed up with Two Farms Meats to offer Estill Countyans a place to get your meats and all the other fixings, plus jams, jellies, and they also offer gift baskets. At Mountain Adventures, located at 70 River Drive in Irvin, or like them on Facebook.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries. And home and auto insurance from State Farm. Combine and save.
Talk to State Farm agent Jerry Goebel today.
Donate or shop at the new location for the Habitat Restore in Madison County. The proceeds from the Habitat Restore go towards helping build a home for someone in need. Shop, donate, or volunteer at the new location for the Habitat Restore in the old CVS Pharmacy building on Main Street in Richmond.
Affordable Service Solutions is the heating and air company you want to call when you want the work done right the first time for an affordable price. That's Affordable Service Solutions. Call Brian at 779-0122 for all your heating and cooling needs, plus Tempstar units at an affordable price. That number again is 779-0122. And remember, Affordable Service Solutions is your local Tempstar dealer.
When I started to experience the world from practicing law, it showed me that there's a lot of injustice that can be corrected. We're called personal injury attorneys, but I'm not there for the injury, I'm there for the recovery. And that's what we try to do. We try to help people recover after they've been hurt. If the big firms are gonna drop you as soon as your claim entails some kind of work, some kind of additional effort, why not just come to someone who's gonna put the work in the first place?
Sticks and Stones Landscape Supply is your outlet for bulk landscaping materials. They have served the community with their huge selection of decorative gravels and bulk mulch for over 16 years. Announcing new for 2021, Sticks and Stones Landscape Supply is offering trees and shrubs. They serve landscapers, business owners, and homeowners alike. Add a landscape bed or spruce up your garden with plants and ground covers from Sticks and Stones Landscape Supply. Minutes from Richmond, just off exit 76 in Berea. 102 Spring Circle Drive, 986-2985.
Can you get into your doctor's office the day you call? The best medical practitioner is there when you need them. At White House Clinics, all patients get easy VIP access to exceptional care. Right now, White House physicians are accepting new patients in Jackson, Madison, Estill, Rockcastle, and Garrett counties. Go to whitehouseclinics.com or one of our 9 state-of-the-art facilities to request a new patient appointment.
Welcome back in, folks. We appreciate you being with us here. Our newscast today brought to you by Bluegrass Marble and Granite of Richmond at 635 and a half Big Hill Avenue. Let Bluegrass Marble and Granite take care of all your remodels or fabrication needs. We're also brought to you by Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. Davis & Powell Funeral Home has the best aftercare in the business. When every detail counts, remember Davis & Powell Funeral Home. And Always Growing Children's Resale Store in Berea, just down from Berea Ace Hardware in the Strip Mall. Every Tuesday and Thursday, Always Growing Children's Resale Store will buy your children's gently worn clothes. District 7 forces continuously work to clear routes in central Kentucky. Crews are maintaining and preparing equipment as needed. The district management teams are evaluating the inventory of materials to ensure efficiency and effectiveness. Cold temperatures contribute to a lower effectiveness of treating roadways with salt. Tree and limb removal operations continue as ice and heavy snow remain on branches. This work is in addition to snow and ice removal efforts for crews. The focus this evening for Fayette County is to clean snow and ice from the barrier walls on Interstate 75 north and southbound. The cleaning of barrier wall drains to prevent water from spreading onto the roadway. Motorists should keep these tips in mind. Always check weather forecast. Postpone travel if at all possible. Wet roads can refreeze overnight and create slick areas. Motorists in Kentucky may report hazardous road conditions through the following: 1-877-FOR-KYTC. That phone number is 1-877-367-5982, and this includes fallen trees on roadways as well. You know, as more and more people are buying things online from various new businesses and companies, the chance to get scammed is greater than ever. According to Heather Clary with the Better Business Bureau of Central and Eastern Kentucky, many of these purchases are made when customers see a link for a product catered to them through social media. To get more information, Clary spoke to our news director, Marissa Hempel.
It seems that especially during COVID, people are ordering more online and getting scammed. Especially during the pandemic, as we've talked about before, these things seem to happen when you buy things online. And unfortunately, not everyone does their due diligence and looks up the background of these companies. Is buying things online like this a good idea right now, especially since people aren't really going out and shopping?
A lot of folks are trying to remain safe by avoiding going out into public places as the pandemic continues. And so the BBB has seen a big jump in reports from folks on BBB Scam Tracker who have tried to purchase items online and ended up giving money or information to basically a phony website. They never received their products, or if they did receive it, it wasn't what it was represented to be. At worst, the site just completely disappeared, had no phone numbers to contact them, and no way to go after them. That's why the Better Business Bureau always advises to really check out a business before buying online. Look for things you may not think of. Don't instantly click buy now. Look for things like contact us, their address, physical location, a telephone number, an email address. If all there is an email address and no other way to contact them, that's a red flag. Why don't they want you to know where they are? And even then, sometimes there's a phone number or an address, and it may be fake. You can call a phone number and no one ever answers it. Check out the business at bbb.org, too, to see if there's a report on the business and if other folks have had trouble with it.
So is it easy to check the BBB's website to see this list of accredited businesses? It's just a click away.
Yes, you can get on bbb.org to just look up any organization or business you're considering using. You can also report any scams to BBB Scam Tracker if it turns out it's fake. Where people are really falling victim when it comes to online buying is they are clicking on ads that roll across their social media. It can be Facebook, it can be Instagram, it can be any number of places. And it may look like, great, this is something I could use. What a deal. Then they'll go to that site, give the information or the money, and then that site just gets taken down and disappears, and leaving people with nothing. So that's why it's very, very important to be cautious if you're going to click on some site that shows up on Facebook Marketplace or something similar. There are plenty of legitimate ones, but it's the ones that aren't so legitimate, you can't tell where they're located, that you really ought to be careful about and maybe think again before you go any further. A credit card is always a good idea when buying online from a business you've never dealt with before, because then you have that option to dispute a charge if something goes wrong. If the company does not wish to accept a credit card, they just want straight out cash or other untraceable methods, it may be time to reconsider. There may be a reason for that and not a good one.
Stay tuned as WBON-TV will continue to provide you with stories such as these with the BBB to get the latest information on scams. For Channel 9 News, I'm Marissa Hempel.
Thanks, Marissa, and thanks, Heather Cleary, as well, for keeping us up to date during this pandemic with all kinds of issues that are going on within scams here in the Commonwealth of Kentucky. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention's Eviction Moratorium has been extended through March 31st of this year to continue to prevent the spread of COVID-19. The new CDC order temporarily halts residential evictions of covered persons for non-payment of rent during September 4th of 2020 through now March 31st of this year. This means a landlord, owner of a residential property, or other person with a legal right to pursue an eviction or a action cannot evict for non-payment of rent any covered person from any residential property in any U.S. state or U.S. territory where the order applies. The CDC order does not relieve the tenant's obligation to pay rent, and tenants must comply with terms under their lease. The order halts residential evictions only temporarily. Covered persons still must use best efforts to make timely partial payments that are as close to the full payment as their individual circumstances permit, considering non-discretionary expenses. Well, the Richmond Parks and Recreation Department is currently seeking partners for an exciting project that will begin next year. The department was recently awarded a grant from the National Fitness Campaign to help fund a fitness court outdoor exercise area. This exercise area would be placed in the Ann L. Durham Lake Reba Recreational Complex and include 7 exercise stations that are ADA accessible and would be usable by all members of the Richmond community. It would be the first of its kind installed within the city and a major upgrade for the Richmond Parks and Recreation Department. Potential partners would enter into a sponsorship agreement for the new area to assist in the department fulfilling this need. Those who are interested in partnering for a sponsorship would be able to enter into different levels of sponsorships at different funding levels. The goal of creating these sponsorships is to ensure that this crucial facility is made fully available and accessible to citizens of Richmond as soon as possible, a need made clearer by the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. The department believes that this partnership creates the opportunities for local organizations to give back to Richmond while also receiving the benefit of being associated with this major addition for all our parks visitors. Potential sponsorships include the chance to have the company name or logo branded across the entire back portion of the structure, having smaller images or logos placed on the different portions of the exercise stations, or given special thanks and recognition during the construction and opening of the fitness court. Those who are interested in being a sponsor of this new addition to Richmond can contact the Richmond Parks and Rec Department at 859-623-8753 or email them at parksandrec@richmond.ky.us. It's now time for our second commercial break, folks. When we come back, Ron Likens will give us the report on the governor report from yesterday. That's coming your way next on your daily community briefing. We're live on 100.7 The Coyote and WBON TV Channel 9.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
Mountain Adventures is a new, unique store open in Irvin. They have both fruits and vegetables from local farmers and from farmers around the state. Stop in and see their huge selection of bananas, oranges, watermelons, plus potatoes, corn, green beans, and so much more. Mountain Adventures has also teamed up with Two Farms Meat to offer Estill Countyans a place to get your meats and all the other fixings, plus jams, jellies, and they also offer gift baskets. At Mountain Adventures, located at 70 River Drive in Irvin, or like them on Facebook.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries. And home and auto insurance from State Farm. Combine and save.
Talk to State Farm agent Jerry Goebel today.
Donate or shop at the new location for the Habitat Restore in Madison County. The proceeds from the Habitat Restore go towards helping build a home for someone in need. Shop, donate, or volunteer at the new location for the Habitat Restore in the old CVS Pharmacy building on Main Street in Richmond.
Affordable Service Solutions is the heating and air company you want to call when you want the work done right the first time for an affordable price. That's Affordable Service Solutions. Call Brian at 779-0122 for all your heating and cooling needs, plus Tempstar units at an affordable price. That number again is 779-0122. And remember, Affordable Service Solutions is your local Tempstar dealer.
When I started to experience the world from practicing law, it showed me that there's a lot of injustice that can be corrected. We're called personal injury attorneys, but I'm not there for the injury, I'm there for the recovery. And that's what we try to do. We try to help people recover after they've been hurt. If the big firms are gonna drop you as soon as your claim entails some kind of work, some kind of additional effort, why not just come to someone who's gonna put the work in the first place?
Sticks and Stones Landscape Supply is your outlet for bulk landscaping materials. They have served the community with their huge selection of decorative gravels and bulk mulch for over 16 years. Announcing new for 2021, Sticks and Stones Landscape Supply is offering trees and shrubs. They serve landscapers, business owners, and homeowners alike. Add a landscape bed or spruce up your garden with plants and ground covers from Sticks and Stones Landscape Supply. Minutes from Richmond, just off exit 76 in Berea. 102 Spring Circle Drive, 986-2985.
Can you get into your doctor's office the day you call? The best medical practitioner is there when you need them. At White House Clinics, all patients get easy VIP access to exceptional care. Right now, White House physicians are accepting new patients in Jackson, Madison, Estill, Rockcastle, and Garrett counties. Go to whitehouseclinics.com or one of our 9 state-of-the-art facilities to request a new patient appointment.
We're back on your daily community briefing. Our newscast brought to you by Jennings Auto Parts, Kingston Shell, and Thorough Truck Towing. Before we look at the statewide map for the current incidence rate, let's get a recap of the governor report from yesterday with WBON TV's Ron Likens once again.
Yesterday, Governor Andy Beshear once again announced a decline in the COVID-19 numbers, a decline that has now lasted for over a month.
Today's COVID update. We're reporting 1,255 new cases of COVID-19. That's the lowest Tuesday in more than a month. Our positivity rate has fallen to 6.58%. Fairly stable right now, but still decreasing a little bit at a time. We're down to 63 red counties, when for months on end, all 120 were red week after week. Our hospitalizations due to COVID-19 are now down to 935. And our ICU and ventilator numbers are fairly stable, maybe up 1 or 2 or down 1 or 2. We do have more deaths today than we've had in the last couple days, with 27 new deaths where COVID-19 was a major factor.
During the press conference, the governor had some good news. The federal government has once again increased our COVID-19 allotment of vaccine.
Starting next week, we're getting another 29% increase in our supply. That'll mean they've increased our weekly amounts by 57%. We'll have gone from getting roughly 53,800 doses a week to getting close to, I think this next week we will get 87,860 doses. That is moving in the right direction.
In Madison County, there were 21 new COVID-19 cases, and in Estill County, they're reporting 10 new cases. From the Channel 9 newsroom, I'm Ron Likens.
Thanks, Ron. Nearly half the state now out of that dangerous zone for the current incidence rate. 9 counties are in the yellow now, 48 in the orange. Again, only almost half of the state out of that red zone for the current incidence rate. Madison County today sits at 31.3. Estill County, after being in the orange for a couple of days, back up into the red at 25.3 for their current incidence rate. Many counties surrounding us also down below the red zone. Jackson County all the way down in the yellow at 8.6, Rockcastle at 24, and Clark County at 18.1 for their current incidence rate. Folks, thanks for being with us. Don't forget to stay safe and warm again tonight, as always, as the cold winter storm makes its way back into Richmond again for the 3rd time in a 8-day period. That'll do it for us today. We'll be right back here tomorrow, same time and same place on 100.7 The Coyote and WBON TV Channel 9.